Hi guys, so this is the review of the LG UHD 4K Smart TV. In today's video, we're going to pretty much take out the box, set it up, and I'm just going to demo some of the key capabilities of it. Now in the box, to talk about this thing called ThinQ AI, AI standing for Artificial Intelligence. Nowadays we're hearing, those are the new buzzwords, right? Artificial intelligence, machine learning. So what they're talking about here with the ThinQ AI is that you can actually get personalized entertainment. So it's an intelligent TV. So what I'm guessing by this, and we're going to find out soon, you can actually, I don't know if maybe through the applications that are on this thing, but you can get a personalized viewing experience. So we will look into that a bit later. You have an IPS display, of course. They say here that you get a flawless picture from any viewing angle, which was pretty cool, especially if you have a large audience that wants to watch this, especially if you're watching sports. Depending on the angle, you should still be able to get a good view of the awesome graphics on this TV. Speaking of graphics, 4K active HDR. So of course you're talking about your 4K resolution, where you get that crisp detail, and I will demo that as well by running a 4K demo video so you can actually see the quality. And speaking of 4K, this video that I'm recording is in 4K, so you should get a pretty decent view of what it looks like on this TV, as in when it comes to 4K video. They say here ultra surround, so high definition virtual surround sound, amplifies your cinematic experience. So these come with a set of cool built-in stock speakers, but honestly, if you're going to invest in something like this, my 2 cents, also get some external speakers if you want to have that true experience. But it does come with a set of decent stock speakers already. And they have something called the Magic Remote. Voice commands or mouse-like control to manage your connected home and entertainment. All from your smart TV from LG. Now this is the model 43UM73 for those tech-savvy ones that are into TV technology and like to follow the different models. And I don't remember if I did stress it, but this is the actual 2019 model. So it's one of the latest ones. So as you can see, we've successfully installed the legs, 1 screw per leg. And there you can see one of the speakers. This is the bottom of the TV itself. And along the top there, that's the power switch. We'll zoom in a bit so you can see. That's the power switch, the manual power switch. And that's the other internal speaker. And here we have the other leg. Okay, so quick dimensions, including the feet. You have a height of 24 inches. And without the feet, for you guys thinking of wall mounting, you have a height of about 22.25 inches. And from a length perspective, we have about 38.25 inches. So from a depth perspective, it's about roughly 3.5 inches. So I'll round up to 4 inches, just to give you that, additional clearance. Okay, so starting at the very top here. So let's go down. Let's look at the side of. So let's look at the side of the TV here and look at these 3 ports. Starting from the top. Here we have an HDMI in port. Here is a second HDMI in port. But this second port also doubles as an ARC port, which means that in addition to connecting to your HDMI port to normal things like laptops or other multimedia devices, you can also connect this to a speaker system, right? So you can play your sound through your external surround sound speaker system, right? That's pretty cool. And of course, here we have a USB in port there as well. So here we have our optical digital audio out port. Here we have our LAN port, so you connect your RJ45 to that, and you can connect to a local area network for a wired connection. Here is another USB port, and here we have a third HDMI port, right, to complement the two that's on the side here, right? So here we have the composite video ports, and we also have our audio ports left and right these usually connect to older electronics. You may have like an older multimedia system, like a DVD player or something that has these ports, and you can use them. And some like the older VCRs come with composite video as well. So it's nice of LG to keep these ports on the back of their modern TVs. A lot of the other competitors, you don't really see that nowadays. They just usually just have the HDMI ports now. So that's a nice touch from LG to keep those there. And of course we have our antenna or cable in port as well. Now, if you're wall mounting this, note that you may need to have some clearance for this cable, and for any other cables that need to plug into the back here. But they do at least have, because most people just usually use HDMI, and you do have two HDMI ports on the side that you can actually side load, and a USB on the back on the side that you can side load as well, right? Because I'm guessing that most use cases, you're not going to have more than two connected to the back, two HDMIs if you're wall mounting this. But if you do, you have the additional ports, but just keep in mind that you need some clearance from the wall for the cable to actually connect into it. And as you can see, the back of the TV here has a nice smooth finish. You can see, of course, the 4 holes for wall mounting, and on the left side we have a little port for our power cable, and on the right, of course, we have our all of our other ports that we will use to connect to peripheral devices like DVD players, Blu-rays, you name it. Everything's there on the right hand side.
Please press the OK wheel button on your remote.
So I'm going to press the OK wheel button. So there is a wheel on this remote right here. It's actually like a click wheel. So I'm just going to press that wheel first and see what happens here. Press the OK wheel.
Confirm your location and language settings. Navigate with left, right, up, down and OK button on the remote. English. Check.
Yep, English is correct. Now let me just navigate down here.
English. Check.
Okay.
Language English. Time zone select. Vancouver. Uncheck. Yellowknife. Rainy River. Swift Current. Toronto. Uncheck. Time zone Toronto. OK. Button. Audio guidance is currently turned on to assist the visually impaired. Do you want to keep audio guidance turned on? No, yes. No. Button.
So that's a really cool feature, and it's a default setting here. So you can actually set audio guidance, and you can keep it on. It's actually on right now, so that will assist the visually impaired. So that's a pretty cool feature that you don't have to turn it on. It's on by default. In my case, I will turn it off.
Yes. Button. No. Button.
Okay. 134 internet channels have been added. So I just pressed the guide, and here we have a set of internet channels here. CBC News, USA Today, Fail Army. I think there's over 100 channels here that are internet channels. So let me just test one and see if it works. Now, due to copyright, I won't actually show the content of the channels, but what I can promise you is that I actually did just quickly go through a couple of channels, and they actually do work. So all the channels that you see here, they actually do work, which is pretty cool. Thank goodness for streaming, huh? Streaming technology. What I love about this remote is a couple of things that are really, really cool. One is that it actually, if you point to the screen, you can actually move the cursor anywhere on the screen. So you don't have to like, have a mouse or a trackpad or anything. You just point, and the you know, this thing here, it moves. What do you call that again? The icon, the cursor. That's it. The cursor just moves around, which is really, really cool. Really helps simplify just like navigating the TV. And then another thing I love about it is that in the middle of this directional keypad here, there is actually a rubber track wheel. It just goes up or down. And what's really good about this is that, do you notice like using a regular remote in the dark and it's not backlit? It's hard to find, you know, where's that directional key? Where's the middle key? How, you know, you have to like usually get your cell phone and illuminate the remote control so you can see the buttons. You don't have to worry about that with this, because you just feel for the trackball or the little track roller there, and you can just move up and down. And then you can instinctively, because it's kind of set inside, it actually falls into the back of the remote. It's actually like a concave feel to it. You can instinctively then find where your right and left and up and down buttons are on this remote, which is pretty cool. So there's a feature on here that I want to show. It's called Alexa. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Alexa. Anyway, this has Alexa built right in, and we're going to set up Alexa right now. I'm going to just follow the instructions, and we're going to go through this thing in real time. So now they say here you have to press and hold the, there is a Prime video key. So you're not going to see it that closely, but on the left here there's a Netflix key, and on the right here there's the Amazon Prime key. All right. This comes pretty much outfitted with all the stuff that you will need. So I'm going to hold here and press the Prime key on the remote control, and we're going to download and set up the Alexa app. So I've held it down, and let's see what happens now. We'll have to change the battery in this. Okay, no problem. So here we are in the store, the App Store, LG App Store, the LG Content Store. This is a pretty cool little device, isn't it? So here is the Amazon Alexa app, and here I'm going to, I can download it. Let me just say launch. So now, ask more from your TV. We're going to set up Alexa here. Okay, so let's set up Alexa. Right there. So I'm going to log in with Amazon. So I'm going to go to the Amazon website on my mobile device, and I'm going to enter this code. So I'm going to do that right now. Of course, you can't see the code because I don't want you copying it for some reason. Not that it makes a difference, right? But, you know, just to be safe. All right, so once you've set up Alexa, you go into this website, amazon.com/ca/code. In my case, if you're in the US, it will be a different address. Right? You get it? You enter the code that's there. All right, you log into your Amazon account. It's going to take you directly to the Alexa page. It's going to ask you for that code. You enter that code, and you're going to set up Alexa, and it's going to be tied to your Amazon account. And you do that only once. Once that's done, all you have to do then is actually just press this Amazon Prime key whenever you want to use Alexa. And what you do, this has a built-in microphone. You speak into the remote control, and then you can actually say things like, you know, add eggs to my shopping list. You know, what's on my calendar today? Play the new Ed Sheeran album. So in addition to Alexa, they have this thing called the LG ThinQ AI / Google Assistant. So built-in Google Assistant. There's a mic. There's a picture of a mic on here. You hold that down, and because this has a mic built in, you hold this down, and then you say what command you want, and then you let go of the button, and then it will do what you want to do. And there are various features that you can use using this technology. One is that, of course, you can control the TV and the features. You can also perform a search on the TV, as well as there's also a chat feature within Google Assistant, right? So, these are some of the bells and whistles that come with this TV. Me personally, I just get it for enjoying content. As I said, I love this remote where you can easily just navigate using the pointer. But I use it for gaming and watching movies. So here's a close look at the remote. So as you can see right here in the middle, right here is where you have this little track wheel. It's rubberized, right? So it's easy, it doesn't slip on your finger. And if you look to the side, it actually has that concave look and feel to the directional buttons. And as I said, what's really good about that in the dark, it's so easy to find this and actually navigate using this, navigate your way around the TV using this remote. You don't have to fiddle and try to figure out what button does what. And right here along the bottom, as I showed you earlier, we have our Netflix button on the left, our Prime Video on the right for Alexa, and then you have your other buttons as well. There you have your movie hot button, then your media buttons for play and pause and whatnot. Back button, guide. Here in the middle is our microphone. We use that for the Google Assistant. And then the other buttons are pretty much self-explanatory. Home button, setup button, sound, or volume, picture type, and of course your alpha, and then your numeric keys for your channel selection, and of course power button at the top there. Now one small thing, it's not a big thing. Now one small difference I've noticed between this remote and some of the other competitors, it's a small thing, is that this remote actually comes with, it actually uses AA batteries as opposed to AAA batteries. As you can see, I have a couple of, I just mixed a couple of batteries here together, but it's a small thing, because just in case you're wondering. Now it does of course come with a set of AA batteries, but I never really use those ones. I would recommend go to the store and buy yourself a set of fresh alkalines. So with other TVs, when you're setting up your PS4, you have to manually set the TV viewing mode. With this one, it automatically optimizes the picture quality because it detected that it's a PS4, so it's going to give me the Ultra HD deep color mode, and that's going to be turned on for this HDMI port. Alright, so that's really another good feature about LG. It automatically detects the device that's connected and automatically optimizes your TV viewing experience for you without you have to manually do it. So what I love about this TV, if you have it set to one of the HDMI input modes and you have nothing hooked up to it, so you have no PS4 hooked up to it, no DVD player, no Blu-ray player, what it will actually do is to go into this screensaver mode where you see these lovely 4K images playing on your TV in the screensaver mode. And obviously that's there to protect the screen, but it also looks really, really nice because they're 4K images. And I think there's like 3 or 4 or even 5 images here, I'm guessing, but it cycles through them every 5 seconds or so. But it's just another cool feature from LG. Now, what I like about now, somebody wanted me to go through the settings on this TV. So what you can do while watching your content, you can actually just navigate your settings right here while your content is still playing. So here's where you can actually set the picture mode. Now auto power save mode. There's cinema mode. There's sports mode. Game mode. HDR effect mode. What else do we have here? Expert bright room mode. What else do we have here? We have expert dark room, vivid mode. Alright, I think that's all the modes there. And then over here, let's close that. Okay, sorry, don't show again. And let's go to aspect ratio. So here's where you set the aspect ratio. Original 4:3 mode, vertical zoom mode, and there's all direction mode. Here you set your sound, of course, standard sound, ultra surround sound. Here's where you set your internal TV speaker and your optical. So of course there is an optical port in the back where you can connect to an external sound system. Here's your sleep timer, and here's your network, and of course it says we're connected to wireless. Right? But what's good about that, you can actually play around with your settings while your content is still playing on the TV. Right? And here in connection mode, here we can go to, you can set your picture, what we said. So here's a alternate view of the menu. So you can set up your picture here, set up your sound here, configure your channels, your connection. So right now we're connected to our Wi-Fi. General settings here, safety and accessibility. Now, accessibility is very important. What I love about it, it came pre-installed with the audio feature where it can actually read what's on the screen and read it out aloud by default. So if you are visually impaired, you can actually, without having to set it up by default, you can actually listen to what is on the TV when it comes to like the menu and reading things like this. It actually reads it out for you. All right, so that's pretty much just that. So what I'm going to do now is just go through a simple, pretty short movie clip just showcasing true 4K. So this is a 1080p video I did. And it's pretty okay. It's pretty cool. It's a little RC car that I did a review on. Yeah. So by the way, if you want to see that RC car review, I have it. I should have a link to it below this video where you can check out that YouTube review. Anyway, so enough chit chat. Let's go to the 4K demo, and then we're done for today. review video without showcasing a couple of accessories. So in a couple of my previous TV reviews, I always showcase this Logitech keyboard. These kind of keyboards, they're designed for couch potatoes like myself, who, if you want to surf the web and you want to type and have that real typing experience, that really good typing experience, this is the keyboard to get. It comes with a built-in trackpad, and the buttons actually do illuminate themselves. Illuminate. I don't know if you can see them right now. I think I have to charge it up, but these buttons are self-illuminating. And then you charge it, of course, by a little mini USB port here in the back because it has a built-in battery. So this is a really cool accessory to get if you're going to invest in a large screen TV. It doesn't harm to have one of these in your living room. And speaking of living room, I mean, aesthetically, it looks pleasing to the eye. It doesn't look cheap, and it's by Logitech, so it's pretty good quality keyboard. So that's something you may want to consider. Now this little thing here, this is priceless. This thing here is very priceless. This is called a Microsoft Wireless Display Adapter. You plug this in into an HDMI port in your TV, and you plug this into a free USB port in the back to give it power. What it does, you can wirelessly connect, Microsoft tablets or Windows PCs, or even Windows phones if they still have them around. But it can wirelessly connect to your TV. And it's great if you're traveling because in hotel rooms they have a lot of flat screen TVs, and having this little device, it's lightweight and it's very, very powerful. Setting it up is quick and easy. If you want to see more about this, I do have a link below where I do actually review this wireless display adapter as well as this keyboard. So if you're interested, check those links below. And so I just wanted to showcase those. Right, so those are a couple of accessories that you might want to get if you're interested in buying, if you're going to buy a big screen TV. You should get something like these as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, this remote is very, really cool from LG, but, it doesn't come with a full QWERTY keyboard. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a review of the 43-inch 4K TV from LG. In case you're interested in the model number, it's 43UM73. That's 43UM73. You know what? If you're interested in getting yourself one of these TVs, I do have links below this video where you can get them, as well as the Bluetooth keyboard and the Microsoft Wireless Display Adapter, just in case you're interested in getting them as well. And so I mean, quick recap. I mean, you saw the games on this thing. It's really good. It handles games very well. I mean, the 4K visual it's incredibly stunning. And as you can see, when you play a fast-paced fighting game, for example, there's no ghosting. Everything runs very well, of course, because of the high-speed processor that's built into this thing. It has up to 3 HDMI ports. 2 of them are on the side, which is ideal if you're going to wall mount this thing. And speaking of wall mounting, I mean, modern TVs like this, they're very light. Although I still recommend at least 2 people being used to mount these on the wall. And we talked about the Alexa that comes built in. Easy step process to it's an easy couple of steps and you're hooked up. You just need like a mobile device or a laptop so you can log into your Amazon account and set it up. It's quick, takes like a minute or 2, and you do it once. Once you're done, you can use the actual remote. It has a built-in mic. You can press the button and say your commands, and the TV does what you want. Built-in Alexa, pretty cool. We talked about the Google Assistant as well. It has the built-in has the microphone button. You press that, you speak into the remote, and again, it does what you want. Tells the temperature, tells the weather, all that cool stuff. So anyway, guys, if you like this review, like it, and thanks for subscribing. If you go ahead and subscribe, thank you. And just let me know in the comment section what other stuff you want me to review, other tech, other gadgets, or other TVs. Now, this right now, it's just that's 1080p, but you saw what 4K looked like. Stunning, right? And 1080p doesn't look bad on this as well. Hey. Anyway, guys, till next time, happy gaming and happy viewing, and just be happy. Till next time, bye-bye. Hi, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that last video. So a couple of things before you leave. Number 1, subscribe to this channel right now. Click on the button that says subscribe below this channel right now. And number 2, like this video if you like it. Be honest. And number 3, I want to hear some comments from you. So let me know what videos you want me to do, what particular product, if it's a game, if just leave a comment below and let me know. That way I can give you better content going forward. Now, one other thing, you should subscribe, and you should also check out the links below this video too, because I have links to where you can get all the products that you see on my videos online at great deals, as well as links to my website as well. So by going checking out the links, by definitely subscribing, you also will be understanding how you can be eligible for giveaways, right? So I'm going to be doing all kinds of cool giveaways on stuff like what you see behind me, Game Boy accessories, you name it. And that's another thing as well. In the comments, let me know what giveaways you want me to do as well. So that's it, everybody. So quick recap: subscribe, leave your comments, and definitely check out my website as well. So by subscribing and going to my website, you'll understand how you can participate in the giveaways. Of course, one of the requirements is you have to be subscribed. So it's a no-brainer. So anyway, guys, till next time, happy gaming.